Thanks, sir.
You bet, brother.
So, who's your target between Godfrey and JP?
You're kidding, right?
Godfrey. Okay.
Me and JP are really
Pardon me?
close. Me and JP are really close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm coming in and
Yeah, I guess you don't
everything
know.
has changed. You know what I mean? So, because JP told me that he's like, oh, I'm just a pawn, and I was like, well, Godfrey was supposed to be gone in week 2, and he's still here.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he just like scared me. I didn't know where his head was at.
Godfrey?
Yeah.
Really? What did
Well,
he do?
No, I just don't know where his head's at in the
Yeah.
game. And for that reason, I was just like, and I don't know. I heard a couple of times people tell me that he was going to come after me. So I just kind of went off that. And I mean, you got to do what's best for your game. And
Yeah,
he
for
was
sure.
somebody that just kind of was the target that had to go this week. So
Does he feel like he's a target, or does he feel like he thinks he's playing being a pawn?
I think he doesn't really like, he's hard to read, right?
Yeah.
But
like,
I-
he did really try and, you
Yeah.
know, like, he did
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I put him up and I told him, I just said, right now, I don't know, like, who the target is. Work hard, like, try hard in the POV, and we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to use it.
Okay. It makes sense.
And,
You want to keep your nose.
Nobody's going to vote against JP.
No.
If I had any scare that JP would go, I'd use the POV on him. Like, if I had any doubt,
Yeah.
I would use it on him.
That's good.
But,
I was
Yeah.
like, really, JP? Like, I just got here and you're going to leave? He goes, no, I'm fine. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, I don't know what's going on.
he was like, me and him had a good chat right after the HOH.
JP?
Yeah.
Or Godfrey?
Me and JP.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, we came to a good agreement. He wasn't like, he
Hard or
wasn't scared or
shocked
choked
or-
or anything.
That's good.
And I originally told him if I won the POV, I would use it on him. But then we spoke again like before, and then he was like, you know what, like, I feel confident if you win it
Okay.
to sit up against Godfrey, like, it'll be,
Well, who would you put as a replacement then?
if I took him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
That's the tough part, like,
Yeah.
because you don't want to cause riffles.
There's no point in me, like, calling on another enemy just to send Godfrey anyways. So, yeah, that's just where it's at.
That's
But I'm really close with, like, my tightest, like, JP's my...
Really?
Yeah.
That's cute.
So that's just like where I don't have like a like ride or die group, but he's like where he knows where my head's at all
Yeah.
the time, which you probably think is ironic because he's on the block and I'm HOH this week.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, but I understand, like, if you guys have, like, an agreement and
No.
based on
Yeah.
the house, like, everyone's saying it's pretty much, Bobby said it's pretty much with the house. HOH has been kind of doing the no blood thing,
Yeah.
and you just kind of go with what the HOH wants.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's so far, I guess. The lines are going to start to get drawn. I mean, people
Yeah.
will show their sides in a couple weeks, I think. Still 12 people in the game, so
Yeah, and there's like, what, 5-6 weeks left?
yeah.
That's freaking intense.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I was shocked when they said there was, like, I'm like, but we started with 16 cast members. Like, that's a lot of people for 10 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like, what can friggin' happen? But
Did you want Godfrey's head when you came back in this game, or what?
me?
Yeah.
I was more gunning towards Greg,
Yeah.
only because of the fact that, like, Godfrey did apologize to me afterwards. And it was mostly, like, Greg feeding him
Yeah.
information. Because that day when Big Brother told us about the camera, like, I remember hearing Greg first throwing Kevin's name under the bus.
Yeah.
And then he threw Godfrey's name under the bus.
Yeah.
And then I heard him in the kitchen being like, oh, it's probably someone who's on the block that's upset and did this. I was like, if I want to punish the house, I would freaking run the tap water
Yeah.
and flood and get the whole house unstopped. Like, but so I didn't appreciate that. But, like, at least, like, Godfrey apologized and he didn't continue on with the whole camera thing while Greg continued and was like, just admit it that you didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, really? Godfrey had the decency to apologize, and you have the audacity to continue accusing me after what has just happened. And I'm
Yeah.
crying right now, and you're really So
Yeah.
that
for
was just
sure.
my thing. And then when I left, like on a personal level, like Greg and I will probably still talk after this,
Yeah,
right? On a
yeah.
personal level, before a game level, I just didn't appreciate like
Absolutely.
how he approached things and just
Yeah.
what he was saying and doing. So I was just like, well, I was shocked. I was like, my whole thesis is coming in, gunning for Greg. Everybody would know that, yada yada yada. And then to hear Arissa goes like Cindy, Risha, like Greg,
Yeah.
Neha, and I'm like, Greg, and I wanted to turn, I just couldn't because it was so hard for me to believe.
Yeah.
But then when my thing first spun, and I officially saw him, because I saw him like as soon as he touched a mat, my thing swinged around, so I saw him touch a mat. So I saw him really sweaty, and then him saying like, "Mom," and I think he said another name or a family member, like "I love you."
You say Jen?
I honestly like
Yeah.
can't remember it. I remember
Give
mom
a shit.
something, and
What
then
up,
604, and then walked off, and then go F, like the full word.
Damn.
So that was just kind of.
Craziness.
Just that feeling of being able to come back in and then not getting in would be a killer, hey?
Pardon me?
Oh, man.
Like just that feeling of being able to come back in and then
Yeah.
not getting in would be a
Because
killer.
he came down really quick too. Like that's the worst part. Do you know what I mean? Like for me and Neha is at a point where we were lasting.
That
so
might hurt
long.
even more though for Neha. She was that close.
Like,
Oh, I know,
But that's
man.
that's like everything. You know what I mean? Like you were playing in a football game and you're playing for first and second place.
Yeah.
You were that close to winning first. In a pageant, it's the final two.
Yeah.
I was literally probably my score might have been like a 0.5.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's just. So it's worse, but it's also motivation when you're up there. Like it's just down to the two of
Yeah.
us. Like now it's every man for themselves, and like we couldn't talk, but our eyes are kind of like, you know, I winked at her, she smiled back, and I smiled back. Like we kind of
Yeah.
knew that, you know what, like if you win, good for you. If you win, good for you. No hard feelings, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's just with everyone else, like I don't know where they're at. I don't know what happened. I like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I'm hearing all these names. Like what the who took out who, like how
Yeah. Had a
how
lot
was
of
she
fans.
here, how was he here, how was he here, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was,
if you were to guess, well, I mean, you don't have to say names, but you wouldn't have guessed those. four.
no, I like honestly I thought like Godfrey was gonna be next,
Yeah.
and then I hoped for Greg,
Yeah.
but I was like, who's actually
Gonna take him out.
gonna take him out, because you know he did make deals with everyone in the house kind of situation. So I didn't know who would do it, and then for me yesterday to hear like that Brittany did it,
Yeah.
and backdoored him, I'm like, what? Like I thought
But
they
that
were
was
close.
like that happened so quick. Like there was like a different plan. Like it was like, well, I don't think plan.
No, but like Bobby and
Are gonna go after Cindy?
because he doesn't have to worry. The only people he has to worry about are Bobby and Bruno. If he gets out God,
If he what?
if he gets out God, and that goes to show how fucking safe he feels in this.
Yeah.
And he is. He's
He
running the
is.
show.
He said. He's like, I feel safe. Like I know I'm good with them.
And he's like to me like, oh, you just want to get blood. You want to get blood everywhere right away, right? And I felt like being like, we already have.
Yeah.
And that's the point. I want to spread the target out a little bit, but don't say anything like
No,
that.
he said if I want to do what's best for me, I'll get it with Godfrey because I don't know where Godfrey's head's at. If I want to do what's best for Kevin, I'll get it with Bobby.
If he believes that Bruno isn't coming after him, he's a
Yeah,
fucking
he's
idiot. And you
lost.
know what? It's almost best for us. If Bruno does win next week and you're really close to him, then you can say, you know what the plan was.
Go back on Zach and then.
We are still strong. We
Yeah.
still have the numbers. Zach is sitting way too pretty right now.
Yeah, way
If
too
he makes it
easy.
much
And I hope Parhar even sees that.
But don't fucking never, don't even aim for that, because they're like, no, I know. Sometimes I want to be like, hey, Parhar, what do you think about like Zach having, but I'm like, don't, because they're fucking like this. Parhar's gonna ride that all the way to the end. That's why we need to get that, and then Parhar will come closer to us. Anyway, I
It'd be
want to try
nice.
to talk to Cindy a bit,
Yeah.
because
You try and talk to her.
I want to get her close, and she knows something.
She knows something.
I feel
Like what?
I don't know.
About the house? About like people in the house or just oh, okay.
I feel like she's seen more than she's
Oh, I
letting.
think so too.
So we'll see.
I think she saw her goodbye videos, by the way.
I think she saw more than one.
Oh, more?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think she saw her goodbye videos. That's why I was just straight up with her. And that also because I didn't want people to use it against
You're
me.
fucking very smart.
And I just told her like real like anything I would say in those videos. And in that video I'd say to your face, like obviously. She's like, oh wait, and like
I
about
fucking love, you know, I fucking love Cindy.
yeah.
She's smart.
She's smart.
And even though she would get close to Barb, she's not the type who would just ride that out. She's
I
fucking
want
smart.
to know who she said she wanted to align with.
Yeah, we'll
And who
see.
she wanted to evict. Because she's the outside view.
Hopefully this will help, because if not, I'm gonna have to take a Tylenol. Ugh.
This coffee could just hurry. Hurry, coffee. Hurry, Jabba.
I love you. That with him, like he did
Yeah.
what he had to do. Like he thought that I was targeting him, like with the story that he heard, and I was like, because like I tried to talk to him. Because the thing is, you came and talked to me.
After in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godfrey came and talked to me, and everyone else was seemed fine. Bobby avoided me,
Yeah,
and Greg
see?
refused to listen.
See, yeah, and that's. I
So
think,
I'm just like, do you want to hear what happened, or do you want like whatever? So I explained it to him, and I said, I never said like it was stupid for me to mention names, but I never said these names in a malicious like I'm gonna target you like kind of way. It was just Willow asked like, oh, apparently the Guys Alliance
Yeah.
said that if you won HOH, you would have put me up, and I'm like. You were the last person on my mind. My number one target was Godfrey. Because I was told Greg said the plan for the house was this week, like Risha and Pilar, whoever stays,
Yeah.
put them up with Godfrey.
Yeah.
And then whoever stays, put them up with someone else. There we go, two maybe 3 weeks of safety.
Yeah, which you can't plan. You can't do that. Like.
But it's
He
week
tried,
one,
he tried.
and you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
it seemed like a good plan. It seemed like okay, like cool.
Yeah.
And then every time I talked to Godfrey, it was like it's like a new story, and it didn't line up, and I was just so confused. So I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense if he goes or whatever. So she asked like, then who would you put up? I was like, I'll put up Godfrey and probably someone strong that can take themselves down, so they know that they're not my target. So I
Yeah.
don't know, like Godfrey and Greg, Godfrey and Bobby, Godfrey and Zach, like just someone, and then.
Yeah.
I said the last, like, and I was gonna continue going, but then Kevin came out. So like
Yeah.
he just heard 3 names, well,
Yeah.
4 names, and then he thought that he was targeted. Because I did say, like, I was like, are we keeping Britt or are we keeping Kevin? Because I don't know, like this house doesn't talk, or like they do,
Yeah.
but they don't, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's a summer camp, everyone's super nice. They are
I was
talking.
never like I was never like super concerned and being like, holy shit, she's too much.
Yeah, and
I
that's
was like,
and that's what like.
But I never came at you and was like, are you coming at? Like I was like,
Yeah.
I just
Well, the
took
thing
it.
is,
I just
okay,
took it how
so
it's a game.
Your
and-
name was mentioned. I said your name, and your name was mentioned a second time because Willow said, "Oh, there might be a Guys Alliance," and then we all agreed if there was a Guys Alliance, Zach would be a bit smarter than to be a part of it.
Yeah, I that's exactly what they told me. They said that my name was thrown out, and then someone was like, I don't think Zach is.
No, so we, you know what I
is-
mean, like.
would do that.
So then for Greg, because like with the POV ceremony, players were picked. We all hugged, and then I went to hug Greg, and Greg's like, "Oh, you want to be buddy?" Like, and he flipped out on me. So then Bobby tells me I was gonna be the replacement after the whole Kevin situation. So then Greg was all like, "So did Bobby talk to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, he did." And like he told me that I can tell the house like when I'm ready to tell the house. And he goes, "Oh, you already told the whole house." I was like, "Okay, never mind." And then I tried to explain to him. I was like, I'm still gonna be the target whether or not I'm here or not.
It was honestly what it was just shitty luck for you.
It was
just shitty luck.
Like one of my questions was, do you think that HOH situation like sealed your fate? And I was like, it did. And I was like, there was other people in that room, and I was the last person to speak, so I was targeted. So it was like nobody went after everybody else in that room. Nobody said anything, and I didn't mention the other people's name. I was like, I'm not gonna throw them under the bus
Yeah.
for that. If like, so you know what I mean. So it just sucked on my end because like for me it's like I was already on the block because people didn't know me, and then now I'm on the block after people know me, and
Yeah.
it was like I didn't get a chance to fight for it.
No, 100% agree.
And yeah, so it was kind of like a bit of a bummer in that situation. But like I understood where everyone's coming from, and like I appreciate everyone's like being as honest as they could, and
yeah.
whatever. Like, I still campaigned to the end, and very grateful that I have the chance to be back and all this. But for me, it's just now it's like I'm just figuring out like what's the plan? Who's working with who?
Yeah.
Where's everyone's head at? Because
Yeah.
the first 2 weeks, I could understand if people's head is.
I think you're still gonna find that, like, you're wondering where people's heads are at. Like,
Yeah, I know,
I was
like-
HOH this week, and I'm still at the end of the week wondering where
You
people's heads
you
are.
said you put up Godfrey because of the fact that you don't know where his head
Well,
is
yeah,
at.
exactly, and that was one of the people that just like right away I was just like, if
You
I
just
was
had a
thinking-
vibe,
I was
like-
thinking about if he won HOH Next week, would I feel safe? You know, and he was right beside me in that competition, and I was scared. I was like, he wins.
What do you mean he was right beside you?
Well, in the trivia challenge.
Oh, because there was a
he was still
tiebreaker.
up. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was me, him, and Peely.
Oh, good for Pilly.
And Peely admitted she kind of guessed her way. And God, I didn't really know. And then as it was going, I was just like, kind of felt scared. I was like, if he wins, I could definitely be going up.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I used that as a guide. Like, you got to put up people who you feel scared. You know, like
Like, if you don't know where their head is at,
you don't know where their
yeah.
head's at. And you think that if they win, you might go up. Then you got to use that intuition a bit, right? So
It's like it's just like such a weird scenario because it's been 4 weeks, or are we in week 4?
yeah, week 5.
Week 5. So it's been 4 weeks, so you think that you'd know like where people are head is at, but it's as far as I know, I've only been here for like less than a day.
Yeah.
And so far, I feel like it's exactly the same as when I left.
Yeah, it's not very. Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of the back and forth blood, all left the game.
All left, yeah.
Like, it kind of just went just back
Like,
and forth.
Thanks for playing.
So
But like, yeah. But then that's the scary part is because all the people with the blood is like gone. Then who's next?
yeah,
Right now it's Godfrey. After Godfrey,
yeah. It's yeah.
like
exactly.
like whoever wins that HOH is gonna make.
Is gonna make a decision for their game. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's all based on. I mean,
This is Ashley, so I'm gonna toss this to you to put it in her side. Good catch.
we can see who's.
Pardon me?
We'll see who's working together
Yeah.
as the things go on.
I don't know. I'm trying not like. This is weird. Just like for me, I'm so grateful to be back, but I don't even know where to start.
What's that?
Like I'm so grateful to be back, but I don't even know where to start.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I think what your best bet to do is continue to just take information and lay a bit low.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go out there, because I don't think you're like a huge. I mean, you're coming back into the house, so there's a little bit of a target with that, just
Yeah,
being the
well,
fact that you came back in. But
yeah.
I think that you also having no ties to a certain big group of people, like, you're not coming back into an alliance that everyone knew.
Mm-hmm.
So that also makes you somebody that they're like, hey, well, why
As a
would I get
number.
out someone that isn't necessarily coming after me and doesn't have a big army of people? She just came back and joined. You know what I mean? Like, if Brad came back, everyone would be like, holy shit, because he's back with, the crew of that he was with. So I think that that's going to help you out. And the fact that you left in week 2, you didn't obviously have a big alliance that you're coming back to.
Well, I didn't
So-
have an alliance. Like
That's
that
what I
was
mean.
Like, yeah.
That's what I mean. So you're on a clean slate.
Yeah.
As much as coming back is always a target in the game, coming back with a clean slate and having no big allegiance is something that'll work in your benefit.
I hope so. Kind of scares me. You know what I mean? Because it's like I
Yep.
don't know where my security is. Like I know I'm safe for this week, but it's like
Well, you're safe with JP,
I know. He told me he's really sweet.
and me and JP are close, so
Okay.
there's that.
You can't compete in HOH.
Yep. But there's still lots to, there's still lots to go left.
Yeah.
Still lots left. A lot of comps left and a lot of time. So, little JP.
I was so shocked when he kissed me. I was like,
When you first came in?
yeah, like, did you see that?
Yeah. I was just coming down the stairs.
I was like, whoa, hello. I was like, I didn't expect this kind of a greeting, but I'll take it. Okay, all of this goes to the bathroom now. I'm so sleepy. I'm just so out of it right now. But I'm done. I'm done unpacking. Woo.
Feels nice, hey?
It does. Feels weird.
Oh.
This is like my laundry plus that outfit that they make me wear because I know they're gonna make me wear it again or something.
Oh yeah.
My-
What was that comp called? Did they have a name to it?
On the ledge, hang on the ledge, on the edge. I think something like it's like on the. I look down and look up. You have to
Hanging
laugh.
on the edge or something like that?
Yeah, like, because it's kind of like you're hanging on for dear life, and there's like all the ceilings, kind of rooftop.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna ask him next time I go in when they ask him, like, what's the name of that? Because I have to say it in my sash, right? So I'd rather know the proper name
Yeah.
of that. I'm like so behind on everything that I feel like I know where to start with my life right now. So cute with you and Ashley.
Yeah.
It all started in the have not room.
Cindy with an S scouted it out early.
Pardon me?
Said Cindy with an S scouted it out early.
I did. I was like, Zachary, Zashley. I think Zashley is the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the talk.
Yeah.
Kind of like calms me down a little bit, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I know it's overwhelming, just like coming in.
It is, and
Face
it's just
blown off
like
with
day
information.
1 or day 2, and it's just like.
House guests, please take your seats.